In this video, we'll review the Notice of Proposed Rent Change form. Approximately 90 days prior to the household's annual reexamination date, the CDA sends all owners or property managers a Notice of Proposed Rent Change form. It is sent via the Landlord Online Portal and through USPS mail to the address that we have on record. The form should be completed and returned to the Scott County CDA within 30 business days from the date of the letter. If the total rent on the unit is changing or other fees are being implemented, the owner must notify our office at least 60 days prior to the effective date of that change. The Notice of Proposed Rent Change form asks the owner to provide information regarding the proposed rent, lease term, type of unit, number of bedrooms, location, year built, and tenant-paid utilities. It is crucial that all fields are completed accurately. Today, I'd like to highlight a few fields that appear on the form. Field number 1 pertains to renewing the lease. If renewing the lease for the household, please check yes and continue with the form. If not renewing the lease for the household, please send a copy of the non-renewal notice issued to the leaseholder. For fields number 2 and 3, it asks about lease terms. If it is decided that the current lease term will be changing, for example, 1 year to 6 months, or if the lease is changing to reflect a change in the responsibility for utilities, please note that here. If changes are noted, Scott County CDA will need to issue a new HAP contract with the owner that will require a signature. In field number 4, please list only the contract rent to be changed. Other fees have separate fields as you continue through the form. Number 5 is for any elective fees. These are fees that are optional to the leaseholder and not mandatory for their continued tenancy. For example, a storage closet or garage that they have elected to have in addition to their unit. Number 6 is for the opposite or non-elective fees. These are required or mandatory fees as part of the household's tenancy. An example of this would be a mandatory surcharge for trash and water. Field number 9 is to inform us of what utilities the household is responsible for, or are required to have in their name as a separate bill with the applicable utility company. If they have utilities that they are responsible for, please also mark the applicable fuel source. If the Notice of Proposed Rent Change form is not returned to the Scott County CDA, it will be assumed that the contract rent and lease terms will continue unchanged. For further assistance, please call us at 952-402-9022 or email us at info@scottcda.org. Thank you.